to the lower bracket finals versus Team Liquid. The loser goes home. It all comes down to this, for today at least.
Yep.
Will Gaimin Gladiators continue to find ways to win despite losing the game one in a couple series in a row now?
I mean, they've got...
Their backs are against the wall.
They've got a lot of their strongest heroes. I think you've got the Ace Underlord, which is, what is like 8-0, 9-0, some disgusting stat. You've got last pick Morphling. Quinn with some stupid mid hero that's going to get buffed up by one of his bros with the Mikoto this time around. But Talon, they've got themselves a pretty damn good lineup. Like this time around, I think in this game, we're going to have a lot of fighting, a lot of back and forth. The lanes are incredibly important. But I'm looking at some of this mid game where Gaimin Gladiators, there's a lot of overlap on Talon's heroes where you could kite them with force staffs, going in and out with waveforms, zipping out. So Talon gonna be looking at a very crisp early game here.
Bounty runes will be traded. 2 for 2, and this is something that we notice when when things get really serious.
Yep.
In elimination games, a lot of comfort heroes come out,
yep.
even if they don't technically make sense. And Panel was talking
tOfu.
about Q and Ollie teaming up against tOfu. Battery Assault is there. tOfu, though, getting Boundless struck by 23 Savage, and this will be first blood. Question is, who will take it? Trying to give it to 23, but mistiming it, and Ollie will take it for himself.
Very nicely done from Talon here, just looking can we start 3 in the safe lane against the Mikoto Underlord and like pressure them a little bit there as Jabz goes bottom, double shell, and just a quick and easy first blood.
Now I know, let's talk about Morphling briefly and then never mention him the rest of the game because we've seen him about 1,000 times.
Yep.
Not often we get to see him picked into both a Darkseer and an Elder Titan. I don't know if Darkseer would be considered a counter. I mean, it's just the illusion later is strong, but it's more so the Elder Titan owning Morphling in theory.
Darkseer is pretty good against Morph. I would also say that ET is good against you, but I'm just going to go out and say that they wanted a hero that can decide when to fight the monkey. Like you can wave in, you can wave out, and same with Snapfire. You don't just die if you get Snapfire ganked, so even if there's some weaker matchups, you're also going to have a pipe and some heals, so I definitely see the reasoning for the Waterman to come out this time around.
Yeah, I think the reason I brought that up is because it's not like the olden days where this is a truly super hard counter, the ET specifically.
Yeah.
Morphling can just be picked in literally every game, it feels like, and at least be reasonably okay. It has been nerfed over the course of the last few months, but they have been micro nerfs.
That is true.
Well, the Aghanim Scepter, I'd say, is pretty sizable.
Yeah, I guess that's a giga nerf, but the hero's still so good that it works out. But overall, like Talon, I'm looking at them to have explosive team fighting. Like their mid game, if they can connect with some of their spells, it's honestly really nasty. You've got Vacuum into Stomps, Morty's Kisses, you've got Monkey King being played by 23 Savage, who honestly, he may be looking to speed up the game as well. Maybe go through the gate, do some cheeky cool plays.
Well, that's the other thing to keep in mind from the other gate, the Fiend's Gate of Ace.
The double gate.
That breaks trees, if I'm not mistaken, and I think it's instant. Is that correct?
You are actually correct.
So,
on both of those.
Why are you surprised?
You're not correct very often, my friend.
I'm actually very good at mechanics, and very stupid things as well.
And the mid-ranks are going down.
Yeah, keeping track of what's going on in the game, not so great. That's why I'm a play-by-play commentator, of course. It makes a lot of sense.
Professional.
But yeah, Ace has the ability to take 23 Savage off the trees, as we can see a Blinding Light from tOfu. And again, I think eyes for me on Ace, on this Underlord. Can he get off to a good start? Actually, let me ask you that. How important is it for him to get off to a good start on this here? Like, what's the comeback potential on this big fatty?
I mean, I would say it's really important, but yesterday, he got destroyed. And then he still had a really good game.
Yeah, he finds a way.
Yeah, I guess this time around, of course, you want to have a good start, but he's laning against ET Monkey, which is not the easiest lane for you. Generally, what you can do on these heroes when you don't have the best early game is that hopefully the DyrachYO or Quinn will have a good game, which generally they do. Then you build auras, and then you kind of find a purpose that way.
As we have a pause. Of course, we didn't have to wait long enough
during the game.
Actually get into a game. It's been about an hour of queuing. It's like watching matchmaking when they make these custom lobbies. And
this is actually a best of 5.
Waiting. Yeah, the length of this best of 3 has been astronomically long, but it is an important one. We have to make sure that the players have good ping, because going to a different server to have 40 ping, unacceptable.
Unplayable.
It's unplayable for them.
Ooh, Stompy Stomp. which will give 23 his Jingu Dingu stacks.
Yeah, 23 Savage. Taking some big Firestorm damage, but the damage coming out of that staff is way too much. And that's
bottom
gonna
lane.
be another kill as, yeah, bottom lane. Nice.
Jabz.
Okay, we're gonna lose Jabz to start. Looks like Seleri might be the
Run to the
consolation. The trade coming for Q. Can he reach him? The cogs are there, but it's not enough damage. Just barely living, so both DyrachYO and Seleri able to somehow stay alive. Oh! We've seen this before. A rocket flare onto full Agi morph has been done, and this time DyrachYO is ready for it.
I mean, I love that try from Q there. First with the cogs to nearly get the last hit, and then you just level up the rocket as Jabz, he comes back to the lane. I don't think he minds too much. They have a double wave available as 23. He's just going to continue to go to town, as Monkey King is pretty damn good in this lane. Also, if there's ever an Illuminate on tOfu, you can very easily dodge that every time with the Mischief. That's DyrachYO.
He's getting forced out of lane a bit here. He's going to tank up a little bit of battery assault, and as a result, nice blocking actually to prevent this last hit on the range creep. The fact that you have a position 1 that can just take this much damage and still get last hits on the tower is pretty insane.
He's running out of strength though.
He is.
This is basically all he's got.
Back into the Ion Chill, and it's going to be enough as Q gets the last hit, so bit of revenge here. Seleri TPing about 5 seconds too late.
Yeah, couldn't quite make it earlier.
Astral Spirit's coming for you.
Briefcase man going to town, even through the blinding light there. So Mr. Ollie dealing a lot of pressure as Q gets to pull the wave. Seleri will put a quick stop to that. It's very big for Talon to be able to slow down DyrachYO in this bottom lane. Not only did they kill him, but he missed out on a couple of CS bottom. And I must say that I've been impressed with Mikoto in the last 2 games. But also this one, he is currently destroying Quinn in the mid lane.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about the mid lane. So 34-11 to 21-5. Yeah, Quinn definitely losing, and you don't see this very often. And the 6-minute rune is going to be coming up soon, as Mikoto already hits level 6.
Q is here as well.
Yeah, this is where Quinn needs to be super careful, knowing that these supports could be here.
Because they're looking for some place. I mean, Snap is favored in this lane, but Mikoto, let's say, kind of destroying this lane a little harder than he should, and making it hard for Quinn right now, as Q is also here.
He's going to be spotted, though. Quinn definitely playing this super passively, as he needs to be. And still, he's only halfway through level 5 right now.
I mean, they've got the siege creep here, so not only are they pressuring the tower.
Hey, Astral Spirit with the Echo Stomp. The Mortimer's Kisses is there.
The binding.
He's going to try to help out as much as he can, but Quinn will be burnt to a crisp. And now Mikoto, this is during the siege wave as well. Look at the amount of damage they've been able to do to this tier 1. They might even be able to get it here extremely early if he tanks up some pop shots here.
They're killing the tower, and they're going to get the 6-minute DD rune here on Mikoto as well.
Man.
This is a disgusting start for Talon.
Get the deny? No. So Mikoto and company absolutely owning this mid lane, and we can see the CS in terms of the overall game state and for the lanes. They're winning all 3 lanes. Well, I guess the off lane is about even, but if you're Darks here, you're going to be happy with this.
I mean, winning 2 lanes this hard, especially when you want to be able to move around early, is incredibly important. You're going to have self-sufficient cores in the side lane, which is going to allow Ollie and Q to move around the map. And Mikoto, with this start, this could be an 8-minute Atos against heroes like Kato, Storm, and Morphling.
Yep, he's getting a nice triple stack of creeps. You don't see that every day either. Never mind.
Missed the stack. Unlucky.
Double stack. Very impressive still. That's Ace inside the cogs. tOfu's there with a nice blinding light. Is this going to be enough damage to take out Ace? Yes, indeed. Another death for him.
He was still shelled there on the clockwork, so quickly making his way up here. Nice cogs, comes around, so Jabz even getting that kill while being in the bottom lane, so he's going to say, thank you, bro.
Yeah, there is an Ancient stack for Ace on the left side of the map. And he's going to need to take this at some point to get some catch-up.
I mean, he needs... I think you gotta be level 7 on Underlord and, like, just pump out all the damage, because if we look at him right now, he is level 4, about to hit level 5. As he did rush the phase boost to try and stay alive against this Monkey King matchup.
Oh, 23 Savage making a rotation to the
I like this move.
And DyrachYO being kept busy by Jabz. 23 Savage is going to show right up. They're going to force out this waveform to start. Going to get caught to the other side. Do they have enough control? Attribute shift continuing going as we see the TP coming in from the former Seleri. Echo Spot not going to use because the lift comes out, but they have enough damage. DyrachYO falls. Seleri is next. Talon are destroying this early game.
Talon are here to play, baby, because they are destroying you in these lanes and diving you under your towers. Looks like 23 will just go straight back to top. Like, all this laning advantage. Oh, this is... They're going to steal their stack now as well.
Yeah. That is not good.
Look at all this patience you get to cog him up, you get the boundless strike. Ollie's just waiting in the backline, and he would have perfectly stomped him after the waveform. Seleri tries for the lift, but you're not getting away from a Monkey King. He just keeps coming after you. You've got the surge too, so Gaimin Gladiators, they're gonna have to look for a way back, because right now, 3K at 9 minutes, it ain't pretty.
Yeah, and I mean, not often we see Gaimin Gladiators lose the laning stage this bad. I think outside of Bed and Breakfast team, this is probably the second best laning stage team in Dota 2 right now. Is Ace.
Ace Arinsky.
Yeah, Mortimer's Kisses.
Boundless.
Should be enough. Ace. Third death for him. Talon just continuing to roll. Quinn, level 8, trying to kill a lowly support. Q's going to show up to give some moral support. And he's going to get Quinn inside the cogs. Quinn almost out of mana. Will be able to zip away as he gets the kill onto Ollie. So does get away with a kill.
It's a good punish back here by Gaimin, because kind of what they have to do. I think the scariest hero for Quinn to deal with is Mikoto. These supports are not good at playing against Storm. They don't offer any lockdown. They kind of have to follow up on someone else, so Quinn striking back in his game, while Talon, still, they continue to make great moves around the map.
Indeed. Now, wall comes out early onto DyrachYO, giving a taste of his own medicine. Just to remind him that he does counter him to some degree. The stronger you get, the stronger I get. Atos being shown off. Cookies there as well. Echo Stop is coming after the hook shot with the balance strike. They have all the stuns in the world to destroy Quinn again. Seleri is able to get the Invis rune.
Oh, Sentry.
Yep, they have some vision as he runs out of range. They have a lot of AoE, and they will get the kill. Putting it down another Sentry, it looks like, to finish him off.
That was a beautiful layering of their spells there. So they instantly smoke up after this play. I mean, with the Atos now, you have zero downtime on like running around and doing anything on the map. Jabz also with a Vanguard. Who's gonna touch this Darkseer, man?
23 Savage on the hunt. We can see on the mini-map he's not going to find anybody. It's DyrachYO forced to farm on the outskirts of the map. Call that the pathetic neutral zone.
I like that name.
Thank you.
There's Seeds of Serenity on Ace while he's slowly trying to chip away this top tower. Gaimin are still around mid. I mean, Q is quite tanky. 20 stick charges, also raindrops. Don't really see him dropping here as DyrachYO placed a ward, but he was under Talon's vision as Ollie did just sneak out this little dirty ward that DyrachYO was farming under, so they know that there's a ward.
It's funny. With a Talon draft, like game 1, they had 0 stuns. This time, basically every hero has
they have
some
18
sort of control.
stuns.
Very wide array of picks for this team.
Gaimin are looking to punish here. They do have the Solar Bind with the Storm, so a lot of magic damage can come out early on here.
Yeah, there's the zip onto Jabz. Gets off the wall. Atos from the other side with the Mortimer's Kiss is coming, but they are able to kill off Jabz, but Quinn still taking damage from the Mortimers. 23 Savage is waiting as the waveform comes. He's going to go right into... Okay, a little bit off mark on the Wukong's command. As Ace able to get onto the outside, but they get their cookie onto the Morphling, and he gets destroyed as well. As Quinn, he's going to drop the Q. As Talon, they do lose their offlaner, but they're getting everything else.
Looked like Gaimin were going to be happy with the start there. You get the kill on Jabz, who's incredibly tanky, but then overplaying a little bit where Talon just catch DyrachYO off guard. He died with like 1200 HP, so didn't really get off his attribute shift there.
Yep, Arcane Rune now online for Mr. Snapfire, Mr. Mikoto. His Boost of Travel is almost done as well. He is so farmed right now.
See, like, this look good. Like, you go for the smoke, you put out the shell and a good vacuum from DyrachYO. I'm gonna have to look to him as Ace even gated over, but here DyrachYO in the back just gets cookied and boom! See you later, bruh.
Yeah, that is a shotgun blast to the face, as some would say. Very powerful indeed. And just like that, Talon with a 4K lead at just 13 minutes. Now from Gaimin Gladiators side, what do they need to do to get back into this game? And we can see some stacks here still available. for the taking.
They're very likely just going to continue to do kind of what they have been, where you keep Morph on one side lane, Ace on another, and you have your, like, the trio of theirs, which they've done all year, just play together. Seleri, tOfu, Quinn, look for some plays in between, but I'm not sure. It's really hard to do it right now. Talon, they've got the travels on Mikoto that you talk about, and their heroes are incredibly mobile around this map. And also we've talked about the rune control. Quinn, I think, not really having it this game. Already, like, having lost their mid tower at minute 6 or 7.
You can see the trophy in the bottom right. Will this be the first trophy not given to Gaimin Gladiators this calendar year? As they've won everything else.
It is possible.
Talon trying to put a stop to the reign of Gaimin Gladiators. And they're off to a very good start in this game, number 3.
They did smoke under this ward, so Ace may know Q.
Ace hook shot finds him. Mortimer's Kisses with the Earth Splitter. More than enough damage. Easy peasy, although Q did take quite a bit of damage, but will be able to walk away eventually.
I'm looking for more. I like the speed that Talon is playing this game in right now as well. You don't want to give up the safe lane tier 1. You want to look for all the pressure on the map as this Talon draft, they don't care how tanky you are. They've got the ET aura on top of the snap ult. They've got the clock to get on top of you. So whoever they catch, you're just going to die.
Remember, coming into this series, Quinn has, like, I keep quoting Quinn, but they keep interviewing him over everybody else. He talked about how they felt like they should have lost to Tundra in this tournament. And because of that, actually, they don't feel any pressure going forward because they just feel like they have this extra life to work with. It's an interesting mindset, but it's gotten them to this top 4 position. But now Talon threatening to take it all away. Well, not their prize pool that they've already won. Obviously, they will still be
They will keep that as... Okay, Jabz has pipe. This Quinn is just kind of poking around and seeing what's up. This Jabz Darks here, even like not being the top network of his team, this pipe right now is going to put a lot of stop to just what Gaimin want to do on this map. Also, by the way, when you talk about Quinn, I thought we were going to mention for the 15th time where he said, I'm underperforming and he owns every game.
No. We mentioned that about 5 times. That's the limit in our contracts for what Gaimin Gladiators has paid us to say, to compliment Quinn.
DyrachYO.
Yeah, well, he gets his attribute shift off, which is important. Scatterblast is there. They have control again. So much damage into the vacuum. Will it ever end for DyrachYO? This is a nightmare scenario for him. It's like they're playing on WTF mode right now.
That was honestly nasty. He didn't even end up using his ult or his waveform because he's just like, where do I go? He's just getting blasted from every side on the map. As Gaimin Gladiators is going to continue to try and just farm up on the map.
Talon is relentless. Just every time they get a kill, they're never satiated. They're ready to go, wanting to find more. They won't find anyone this time, though.
This is SCA Dota, baby. This is what we want to see. You're ahead in the game. You have all the tools you need in order to run around the map and just play fast and aggressive. As I mean, if you're any of the Talon's players, you feel like Gaimin don't deserve anything on this map.
And Seleri's taking some farm, so expect somebody from Talon to show up. And it's gonna be
there they are.
There's the rocket flare. Mikoto's here as well. It's going to be more than enough as Seleri.
Ooh, that's a fast Rubik.
All right, but the hook shot finds him in the end. And another kill away of Talon. 15-3 against, I don't even think it's arguable. You can just say the best team in the world.
Yep. And they're making it look easy and nice. I love the confidence. I love the speed. Looks, what, Quinn wants to bait tOfu down bottom for now. As he does TP over. I mean, that is Gaimin's ward, so they do see Jabz.
Yep, Jabz is spotted.
But he doesn't care. Oh, but the courier though.
His courier gets ganked by Quinn, but it's going to cost him. Balance strike not going to hit. Quinn able to zip away, and there's the chakra magic to refresh him.
He was really close to dying there, because nowadays you actually get pulled out of your zip with the vacuum. As now Talon, their whole family is here. As from what we've seen with the last few minutes, they will reinforce all around the map.
Yeah, Ace has his pipe now. And they need a lot more where that came from to be able to defend.
Well, there is a lot of damage reduction in this Gaimin Gladiators draft. You've got the Fate Bolt, Atrophy Aura. You've got the pipe as well. 23. Nice instinct.
Balance strike again, dodged by Quinn. Quick fingers, Q, he's going to be lifted. Wall comes out though. Mortimer gets his from the back line. Quinn able to get to the other side. Ace inside this Wukong's command. He's very tanky, but he's also all alone. First to drop in trade for the clock. Wukong's command about to end. Both teams kind of running out of steam, though.
There's a new Boundless on 23.
Looks like the wall was stolen as well. Missed that.
Yeah. Still has the Jingus as well, so he is looking.
Looking for another Atos grab. DyrachYO.
It's out of mana.
Yeah, I think both teams are going to have to back away. I mean, the fact that Gaimin have not fallen more behind is pretty incredible.
That was a very good defense from Gaimin Gladiators. Like, even if you're down 4 to 5k gold, you can try to bait and like fight around your stronger towers, this tier 2, bait them in a little bit, because even if a fight doesn't break out, at least then DyrachYO is going to farm somewhere on the map. He does come in. He's slowly recovering in this game. And I must say that Morphling later with some items and them all getting some aura, some force staffs, DyrachYO can definitely come back and pop off in this game.
16 to 4. Can Gaimin Gladiators do? Can they do it again? Can they make a ridiculous comeback somehow, some way?
Force staff available now on tOfu as well to help you with a little bit of the kiting around the map. So at least in the last 2 to 3 minutes, I wouldn't say the game has slowed down, but Gaimin have kind of nullified the pace and speed of Talon here.
If you're Liquid, who are you hoping to get?
Talon, probably. Because
so?
they can beat Gaimin. I guess they did in this tournament, so maybe it's different.
But Liquid also said that Talon should have beaten them. Right?
Well, I guess Liquid have no favorite opponent. I guess they're just going to lose.
So Liquid are just going to lose to regardless. Yeah,
yes,
that makes sense.
I think that we've figured it out.
I mean, either way, we're going to have somebody different in the finals. It's been Liquid, Gaimin Gladiators for almost all of them, and then there's the Banana Boys team in the Dream League tournament that went to 5 games against Gaimin Gladiators, of course.
Why do you have to do this?
Just focus on the game, all right?
Dude.
Just chill out, buddy.
No, the whole year has been scripted, if people did see the skit from Reaction Flags.
That's right. That was a good content piece.
Well, both teams, I mean, we know that, so this is an elimination game. You're going to be top 3 if you do win, and both teams are definitely playing to win. We've got the double force staff on Gaimin Gladiators. They know that all they need to do is get out of some vacuum, cogs, and the monkey ring. Like, it's on them to survive this initial burst and tempo from Talon. And Talon, they're the ones that need to speed up the game, kind of keep going, as, you know, they're in a very good position. I would assume Roche, they can do it that soon, maybe a couple more minutes. So like,
here now. I mean, we're used to seeing Talon and all the. Oh, Quinn, he's actually running out of mana. Okay, Chakra Magic, easy fix. Ollie might be able to pick off tOfu, but the Force Staff able to be used to counteract, and the hook shot misses as well. A nice disengage from Gaimin Gladiators. That's a BKB now up for Mikoto.
Big items are coming out. It's a BKB on 23. It's a BKB on Mikoto as well. And Jabz is eyeing up his Aghanims. He's already got 3 components. So they're going to try to use that later against the Morph, but...
Yeah, but the Crimson's actually pretty close from Ace, and we're looking like, for the 1 and the 2 of the side of Talon. A lot of right click. Well, I guess that's a lot of magic damage from Snapfire for now, but eventually it will be more physical.
With the early start of this game... Oh, Torment time!
That's right.
That's another save.
That's right.
I gotta say, even though Talon are ahead, in the next couple minutes, when they fight each other, I think Gaimin have a lot of tools to kite them out.
Yep, Gaimin Gladiators learning from their mistakes of last game when they took the racks 3 times in the mid lane, did not take Tormentors at all, realizing finally that that objective exists. So Seleri's got his free shard.
I wonder if Talon would look at a potential gem maybe sometime soon, because right now in Gaimin...
Okay.
What happened?
He just TP'd right in front of the shield rune. He's like, oh, there's a shield rune.
Yeah, that is not a rune that you give up, that's for sure. Talon do have a nice ward here in the jungle area where they spot Quinn, but... I mean, we saw them layer their stuns very nicely, but the spells were kind of maxed out earlier. Now, the more time goes by, the Gaimin heroes start having more and more HP, so... You're gonna need a lot of heroes to get the stun locks going and actually kill them.
They've cut this lead in half, though, from the Gaimin Gladiators side.
With the Tormentor.
2K, that's right. Tormentor makes a big difference. Another reason to take it. Net worth lead. Very important.
Okay, Axe is coming out soon for Jabz. He will need a blink as well.
When do you think Roche is going to be taking it? It's about that time. Usually it's a little bit earlier than this, in fact.
It's about that time. 25 minutes, I would say. Like, around this, like, nighttime, 25 minutes in the game, you get, like, 1 more round of items on some heroes. I think that's when you can look. I like the Talon are looking here to try and posture more aggressively on the map.
Quinn's going to TP out. They won't get vision, but
close one.
also means he won't be able to participate if they show up here. But 23 Savage is going to show himself to be able to get the tier 1 tower. Unlikely to be defended by Gaimin, but yeah, now that Jabz has that normal punch, very powerful against the likes of Morphling.
Yeah, right, that's definitely going to be the one that he will look to go on every single team fight. Assume Jabz will look for a Blink Dagger next, which he does have queued up at the moment. That's DyrachYO. He wants some more time for his BKB, so he's going to continue to farm.
Yep, Talon just forcing Gaimin Gladiators out to make sure they can't defend. And of course, they're surprised to see that the Tormentor has been killed, considering Gaimin Gladiators haven't done it the entire series.
Mikoto is gearing up for the late game, and I don't blame him. 15 talent already. Grove Bow as well, working into the Daedalus, as he is a metal Snapfire at the moment.
Vacuum's already down. Quinn farming in a very precarious spot.
Oh, they're stacking.
Yeah, DyrachYO,
both out.
He will waveform away before these 20,000 stuns hit him.
I mean, there's something dirty still. Like, even later, when you get this Nullify on 23 Savage, sure, it's going to be great against these 4 staffs, which Gaimin have 2 of. But this early shard that Seleri has already, to then, like, just pull himself or anyone out with the telekinesis, of course, Nullifier will not stop that. You didn't sound very impressed by that.
I was not listening.
you actually have no idea what I just said?
I literally have no idea.
Wow.
No. Quinn's... Wow.
No wonder it's in that.
You were very excited about it. Late over here.
Oh,
Cookie connection. Ollie.
Oh, the
hook
shot!
Just at the last moment. Quinn perma-stunned. What can you do against his perma-stun? Like...
Well, nothing.
I mean, Eon Disc, is that literally the only thing
No.
I'm not saying he buys it, but...
No, like, the thing is...
Just getting tanky in general?
Sometimes you just die. That's just life.
This is why I tune you out sometimes.
What? No, they had an Invis rune and found him. You goddamn monkey.
Take that as a compliment.
Yeah, go buy A on this, Quinn.
Speaking of monkeys, 23 Savage misses his boundless strike.
Oh, he's Monkey King. Q?
What do you think? I was insulting him? Come on. I would never do such a thing.
Okay.
Jabz. Very farmed. You talked about the Blink Dagger. I did listen to that portion of the conversation.
Great.
It's getting closer to that. Wait, who's building Nullifier?
That was Ace, actually.
Ace Nullifier. Okay.
Honestly, I think this is where you see some of the best teams in the world. When you play Morphling, checking, are you listening?
Now I am.
Okay.
Just make sure I'm paying attention.
Morphling does not want to buy Nullifier at all, as we have a hookshot, Seleri.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a lot of saves and no one's close by, so he should be okay.
Yeah. You're saying it's like, by necessity.
Yeah, like Storm, you're not going to buy Nullifier on Storm. You hate buying Nullifier on Morphling, so he likely communicated this. But you need Nullifiers against, first of all, the Monkey King, so you don't get the Jingu, but most importantly, 4 steps and the Surge from your Darkseer. So this is just some top-tier gameplay understanding. Okay, who can buy which item? Because I don't, so someone else has to kind of cover for me.
Right. Okay. Yeah, Storm and Morphling absolutely cannot buy that item.
Correct.
Did I pass the test?
You did. My God. There's 23. He's got his Nullifier.
It's just so weird to look at the scoreboard. 17-4, and they're not even leading by that much.
I think this
That's just like insane farming efficiency from Gaimin.
It's like, I would say it's the nature of LAN events as well. So you have, Gaimin are doing great in terms of how they're farming and so on, but on LANs I think there's more kind of like 4-manning and 5-manning rather than playing in groups, because there's more pressure, there's more nerves, there's a lot of stuff on the line, prestige, money, going into the next round. So you're gonna naturally see some more mistakes and I think more nerves come out.
So you're saying Talon are making mistakes by 5-manning so much? Because early on it was working out really well, but now, like, it's into the mid game, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, like Dota's always like a nice back and forth. So their 5-manning was very good earlier, but I would say right now they're not playing enough in groups to like try and hunt Gaimin. I would say if they want to do one thing as a group right now, it could be Roche. You have the double shell, you're getting more items, you have Chrysalis and Demon Edge here on Mikoto, and you're starting to have good levels and damage as well on your Monkey King.
Now, at this point, maybe they're just waiting for the 20 on Mikoto. I mean, that's obviously a ginormous power spike, and then the 25 is, I don't know what's bigger than it.
Yeah, maybe they wait for the 25.
Redonkulous power spike at 25.
It's the Giga Monka spike. As I do, like, you don't have to wait for the 20 talent. Because I would say the longer you wait. 23.
Orchid from Quinn. Okay, BKB's forced from 23 Savage. Nullifier as well, and Quinn will try to walk away. Telekinesis to give him a little bit of extra speed. So basically, mana traded for a BKB charge on the side of Talon.
Most certainly. You will take that if you're Gaimin, as you also have a Mikoto who's just going to keep backing you up.
Hey, guess what? 3 minutes away from the Tormentor of Gaimin Gladiators.
That's true, as Talon could take their own at any point.
That's right. It's been 8 minutes and 31 seconds.
I'm looking at Jabz now. Like, for Talon, still doing good in this game. He's got a lot of great items, but you've got the Blink Aghanims now on him. So he can get 2 illusions in the fight of DyrachYO, and also with how the new BKB works, if you punch the Morphling while he's BKB'd, you don't stun him, but you still get the illusion. What did I just say?
That you get the illusion, but you don't get the stun through BKB.
Just testing.
Is this a new bit?
I mean, it should be. Can't wait for you to mention and talk about Seleri's shard interaction later with Nullifier.
It works.
That is true.
I just guessed. That was a 50-50. Smoke up now from Gaimin. DyrachYO not looking to join the party. So a bit of a warding slash potential gank expedition.
Mikoto still having, I mean, I feel like I'm saying this every game. He's just having a flawless game. 7-0-4. Again, his data list is coming out. He's got the 15 little Shredder Talon. He's getting closer to 20. So even if the game lasts longer, Talon's late game is not bad at all. Like, their scaling is still fine. You have Darkseer, you have ET, you've got Monkey, you've got Mikoto, who's having a disgusting game on the snap as well.
I just can't believe Roche has not been killed yet. It's going to be daytime, so I think, yeah, the positioning from Talon
it will be now,
that they will finally be taking Roche. And I want to say, like, in the past week, this might be the latest Roche we've seen.
Probably
like,
one
it
of
is always, like, 23, 24 is like the latest time.
But that's also because there's a goddamn Undying in every game. Who's just like, look at me, cast Tombstone, cast bam.
That's right.
And it's gone. This game, both teams not having the best Roche lineups, but now 30 minutes around, everyone's got 4 or 5 items.
Yeah, but Mikoto into the pit. Roche attempt number 1. 23 Savage shows up as well. And this looks to be a freebie.
I like this Harpoon next as well from 23. Try to keep them in your ring. Maybe if they get lifted out, you can try to like halfway get them back in. And you also have the Vacuum. So the fact that Talon get this Roche uncontested, I guess it's a conscious choice by Gaimin. Well, let's see if that's a good one.
And Ace not afraid. He's just farming right next to them, basically. All right.
Nullifier complete on him, and the Scotty soon to be on DyrachYO.
He has 5k, my goodness.
Yeah, big boy items.
Not bothering buying the components yet. Just wants the full shebang from the secret shop. That's going to be a big surprise for Talon, although...
BKB Scotty Nullifier tri-core timing here on Gaimin, so this is why they did give up the Aegis, but Talon's still going to be very happy about having their own Aegis.
Ooh, and a full BKB for Quinn. They will give it the tier 2. Net worth-wise, this is a dead-even game. Aegis advantage for Talon. And I don't think either of these teams have any kind of a window like the last game. This is... Both teams are very comfortable going late game.
Yeah. If you're Talon now, you can look for... You want to try to push out some waves with your, like, 1-2 Iron Shelves, have some Rocket Flares go around, and... I think we'll soon have Talon, like, try to smoke up and go somewhere and say, thank you.
And he gets off his Glimmer Gate, but they have the Sentry. Gonna get the Force Staff off, though, is Mikoto. Okay, 23 Savage, he's the one that shows up, beating the crap out of Seleri, but he gets his telekinesis off on himself, and will live as a result. 23 Savage, BKB, and Quinn's essentially traded. There's the Electric Vortex, but Quinn
misses.
Running out of mana. Where's that Chakra Magic? Chakra Magic, please. Ace comes into the fray, inside the Wukong's command. Kind of wasted now, it feels like, but the Harpoon back into... You just mentioned that. Mortimer's Kisses also gonna be whiffed. So Gaimin Gladiators getting a lot out of Talon. They get the clock and a ton of spells. And now the chase is on. DyrachYO turning into the monkey, turns on his BKB. Traded with Mikoto's as well, but he's taking a massive amount of physical damage.
There's a huge kill if they can get it.
He's still running out of mana though, as Mikoto's able to walk away, but they find the Monkey King instead. Aegis down.
He's going to be pitted.
DyrachYO, he's going to get punched, but the Pit of Malice is there from the Boundless Strike on the sideline from DyrachYO, and that's a Monkey King all alone. 23 Savage is dead. Huge kill from Gaimin Gladiators. It's only their 6th of the game, and yet they sport a 3k lead fighting into that Aegis.
These goddamn madmen. That's now Quinn with an Arcane Rune as well. Like, they just have this going in and out, kiting. Seleri gets to telekinesis himself away, and they're just kind of kite out the monkey ring, some vacuums. Also, DyrachYO, what I want to mention is every time he got punched, he turned into the Monkey King right before, which means the illusion that Jabz gets is honestly kind of weak.
Huh. That's interesting.
Huh.
Huh. I never really thought about that.
No, it is. I don't know if he's... I would assume he's doing it consciously, because it happened twice just in this fight. Like, even if you can do it before you get walled, it matters quite a bit.
That is pretty sick. That's pretty next level.
Well, that's why these people are here. Still at the second last day of the tournament. Fighting for their lives.
Well, they still didn't take the enemy Tormentor, so they can only be so good, right? Okay. They have flaws, of course.
Of course.
Gaimin Gladiators feeling a lot better. The hook shot!
What the
I love that interaction. It is hilarious. It's like a halfway hook shot hooked onto a freaking electric current. How does he feel? He should be taking damage from that. The clockwork? He is mechanical after all.
He's a robot.
Well, yeah. Electricity hurts him if used correctly. The circuits are all effed up, bro.
Not used correctly, of course.
Okay, Quinn, he gets the invis rune and not going to get punished.
This guy's
5k lead came in out of nowhere now. How does this team continue to do this?
We also have some of the next items coming out. DyrachYO working on the butterfly. Just getting close to it. What do we have coming out on Talon? I think they might be looking at some of these bigger items to help them with the team fight. There's 3 of the heroes are queuing up a Hex, but Mr. Quinn...
Yeah, the gate's coming. 23 Savage looking for the Wukong's command. He'll find the balance strike onto Storm.
Quinn is
He's just dead. No way to get back in the game as well. And the rest of Gaimin likely on the retreat. Ace getting beat down by 23 Savage is Q. He's taking some damage from Seleri, who's coming through the gate apparently. But Mikoto actually was channeling through the gate for some godforsaken reason. And now the gate will disappear, so we won't have that choice any longer. DyrachYO turns on the monkey, gets on the trees, and will be able to get out safely. But tOfu will be dropped as DyrachYO continuing to get chased, but he's going to be a hard target to catch. 3 dead for Gaimin Gladiators as Talon. Man, such a back and forth game.
They're
continuing to chase.
They're not done yet.
Okay, DyrachYO, he's caught. The Nullifier's thing. He has absolutely no mana. He could try to deny himself to the Tormentor, but he forgets that they even exist, of course. There is the... Oh, he's going to be brought back in, and he will be taken out eventually. So the chase is actually successful. I didn't think they would be able to get it, but 4 dead just like that as Talon retaking the lead effectively.
I mean, they've got some great heroes at chasing. It's 23. He knows his counterpart. DyrachYO is kind of a greedy man to continue farming there. So they're just going to go for the 4th kill there in the fight, where Gaimin may be a little bit of an overplay here, where they try to get Ollie, but 23's around with a nice chain stun here onto Quinn.
Yeah, he did get Chakra Magic, so he actually could have zipped out, but again, the stun layering from Talon has been god tier. You saw Mikoto channel that Fiend's Gate. Just want to mention that again. That was hilarious. That was about a half second of his time.
And Jabz, just the surges come through. And yeah, mentioned it once earlier, but you're not getting away from these Talon heroes. If they have a good start to the fight, he was incredibly strong.
Wait, did he buy Mask of Madness in the middle of that fight?
He will disassemble it for the fly.
Well, yeah, but... Huh.
It doesn't matter.
Usually you buy Mask of Madness super early, though, if you're going to go for it, right?
But it's just because he has the Morbid...
He just wanted to use his gold before he died, maybe.
Pretty much. Like, he just bought the quarters. Oh, he does?
Tormentor killed. Ollie's going to get it. Not worth mentioning.
No, you were actually right. He bought 2 of them, and he just sold one of the quarterstaffs.
Huh. Yeah. Okay,
but anyway.
So just spam click something just to buy.
Yeah.
And then probably lost more money because he did that, actually. Ooh, ET. Shard, as we mentioned. Oh, the Ags is coming up soon.
We're also getting closer to ET Aghanim, so him having both that combined with the Shard.
Okay, actually the Shard is really good here.
It is good in this game.
Because against Morphling, we talk about this all the time, he doesn't really want to get up close and personal, but with the minus armor, you really want to get up close and personal.
Yeah, I mean, you will literally die within like 2 seconds on Morph. Like, you also have setup, which is the important part. You've got Vacuum, you've got the Monkey Ring to like kind of back you up with that. As some of the most important fights of the game are coming up now. Gaimin, 5-man smoke.
Yeah, I will say we haven't really seen the Echo Stomp Earth Splitter at all, but we haven't really seen a Roche fight either.
It's true.
Speaking of Roche, a minute away from knowing.
Oh, 23?
Yeah, he's going to show himself, gets zipped on, but the BKB comes out instantly from 23 Savage. Quinn will reciprocate, but he's taking so much damage from Mikoto. DyrachYO jumps in, big wave for him. There's the Wukong's command. The rest of Gaimin now trying to get to the outskirts. They will be able to do so successfully. Still no casualties in this fight. Echo Stomp onto 2. We see the Earth Splitter, but it's only onto the Rubik. And look at all these spells that have been expended from Talon's side.
Stolen wall by Seleri, which is also used, but yeah, Gaimin slightly coming out ahead here, right? You've got the wall used, the Wukongs used, the Earth Splitter as well. I mean, of course, Gaimin did use some spells as well. Also, the BKBs are down.
15 seconds. Okay, let's see how fast this Roche spawn is and who it's going to benefit. I would assume with Talon using big ultimates that it'll be the advantage of Gaimin.
If it spawns fast, this is definitely a Gaimin advantage. It will be on the top side if it spawns earlier than 1.5 minutes. Oh, God.
8 seconds. Oh, my God. All right, well, Rocket Flare is going to... Nope, not going to scout it out yet.
Well, Talon are on point, though, as they will continue to scout it.
1:20 until daytime. Okay, now Talon knows. Gaimin does not, though, but they are in the area.
It looks like they're posturing towards it, unless they want to use the Twin Gate.
It's still scary, because even just an Echo Stomp,
yeah,
that's scary in and of itself.
They know now.
This is what Elder Titan is picked for. And his ult's up in 15 seconds, but Gaimin, they're going to try for it.
I mean, the
second rush of the game, so Aegis and Cheese on
They will have all their spells in time as Jabz. He disassembled his Vanguard to sell the ring to have the Hex for this exact fight right now. They know that it's all or nothing.
Quinn. He's almost out of mana already. It's 23 damage all alone to start. He's going to try to fight with that Wukong's command. He's taking massive damage. But DyrachYO and company having to back away. Roche is super low right now. Quinn going into the pivot pedal. The BKB destroys DyrachYO, but the Aegis taken by Mikoto as well. Talon winning this fight handily as Quinn gets dropped to the deck. Trying to get away is Ace, but he is controlled and destroyed. Double kill for Jabz as Talon now take a firm grip on the game.
What a sick fight from them. 23 goes in. He gets like all the vision, gets in there. Mikoto blinks in, and this incredible heads-up play from Jabz. He disassembles the Vanguard, buys the Hex right before the fight, and he comes in with a Blink Hex where DyrachYO got bashed into this Hex and they just kill him, godlike Mikoto, and he gets the Aegis. I don't even know what happened to the Cheese. Maybe... There was Cheese, right?
Yep, there was a Cheese.
Maybe it got destroyed or something, or it's still there. It's just geometry going on with the double wall.
Yeah, that seems to be a common occurrence here with the wall being stolen. But big fight for Talon, and now they're starting to go high ground. They get to tier 3. They're going to get this set of racks very easily. I would think they get 2 racks minimum here.
It looks like it.
And Mikoto, we saw that little shredder absolutely insta-gib Quinn. It did so much damage, and we've seen this time and time. This is why this hero has been getting banned repeatedly.
Aghanim's completed as well on Ollie.
Will-O-Wisp. All right, we don't see that every day, but this will be a second set of racks for Talon. That's probably why we don't see it every day.
Oh, Seleri's looking and cooking.
Oh, if Talon, they can get away. Yeah, they're going to get away scot-free.
Lean. As I didn't even see, but Mikoto has had a Hex, so maybe even was his clutch Hex in that fight, but either way, Talon with a... Like, what a nice Roche fight into a double racks. Now 12k gold lead and a lot of experience lead as well. As Mikoto, 1 level away from 25. And we also talked about Gaimin are able to kite out the Monkey Ring, but 23 Savage, half a level away from the additional Wukong's Ring. Torment?
Yeah, well, of course.
No, don't.
It's always time for Torment. Torment time.
Yeah.
They will get it. Yeah, Gaimin have been doing a good job at staying outside of that ring after it's expended. But yeah, right. When they get that, when he gets that 25 talent, I don't even know what you do. Like maybe Morphling and Storm can theoretically get away. The other 3 are screwed though.
Yeah, they can still try, but the other heroes are just gone. So you have another Hex. This is very similar to the last game where Gaimin weren't able to do that much until they picked up 1, 2, 3 Hexes, and then it was just all them. And this time around, it might just be all Talon, as they have a triple Hex completed.
Honestly, this might be the item of the tournament.
I think so.
I can't remember seeing so many Hexes, and I'm thinking back as far as I can. Dota 1, I think there might have been a rule where you could only have so many Hexes.
Oh yeah, right. That was a thing at some point.
Yeah. So, and Hexes, they started out really strong in Dota 2, and then they were nerfed. I forget exactly how they were nerfed, but either way, the stocks have risen this tournament.
I mean, it's just
now like a smoke from Talon is here.
Win condition item has perfectly timed with 2 of their 25 timings.
Good lord. Yeah, that little shredder. is going to do exactly what it names
Maybe
suggests.
you can do some disgusting plays where you recall Quinn while he's like zipping throughout the map and like clearing waves, because of course tOfu did just get the recall shard, but Talon going for a ballsy play, and I like it. Can maybe look for like a quick pick here if they have an aggressive ward to place.
Gaimin have an idea. There's the Hex, little shredder. Not critting. Didn't look that impressive, but it will. He's saving up the crits.
He's got a Mind Breaker as well.
They'll get the range racks. Still a range racks top. Now positioning themselves for the bot lane. Aegis in tow. Ollie.
I like this ward as well from Ollie.
And you can see that Aghanim Scepter being put to good use. The debuff immunity applied every time that Astral Spirit comes back.
If Talon find a clutch play where Ollie can stomp on top of the morph where they go on him, DyrachYO can die instantly.
Yeah, Quinn trying to prevent some damage to his tower. Gets off the Hex on Mikoto, but Mikoto just shrugs it off. This is going to be a very hard defense for Gaimin.
Top range racks just dying to creeps.
Yeah, that's going to happen. 23 Savage looking for his... Oh, he's going to get
tree
from the tree line. Quinn jumps in. Jabz getting up the wall and the vacuum. Only on the one hero, though. DyrachYO is taking massive damage, though. At the same time, Harpoon back into the fray as Ace.
Oh.
There's the Wukong's command. Is this enough space for Talon to take out this Rax to get the mega creeps? No, they're actually going to back away, interestingly enough.
Oh, instant Hex.
Instant Hex onto Quinn.
The illusions.
He's going to survive as the melee Rax does fall to the illusion. So now it's just a range rack separating Talon from mega creeps.
Ooh, good engage by Talon. I mean, both teams just fighting back properly, but the winner of all of it just Jabz. With his 2 illusions left, just sneaks out the melee racks. I mean, you gotta be careful. If Mikoto gets into this base with one little shredder, it's megas.
Yeah, that's
like
actually
literally
true, yeah. So Gaimin Gladiators is going to get on the aggressive. But Talon have already backed away. This will be so difficult for Gaimin. Can Talon actually shut the door on the Gladiators?
I mean, they have some good wards, so they should know that some of these smokes are happening right now on the Talon side.
Stupendous.
Nobody is showing as well. Only now DyrachYO. He could get recalled into the fight. One thing to remember.
Players here.
Very tense moment now. That's Q. God, even the clockwork is so far. Sheepstick, Force Staff. That's a big boy. Oh,
Hook shot. Who do we have? Seleri.
Seleri's going to get hexed. There's no way they're going to be able to save him. The little shredder deletes him as Quinn. Well, they do have a buyback onto the roof because they want to expend it here. Will this be the last stand for Gaimin Gladiators? The focus right now is on the clock. Looks like Talon will just give it up. It's a 1-for-1 with a buyback used onto Seleri.
Okay, so buyback did get it out of them. Gaimin still holding the area, but Talon doing a great job taking back some of it.
Been waiting for these gates, Fiend's gates, to take him off the tree for the initiation.
It might happen. Gaimin have a ward down here.
Only on the 2 members, though, from Talon, but yeah, like you said,
you better be fast on your glyph, guys.
One little shredder. Vacuum wall!
On the ward! They got Seleri!
That's a deleted Rubik dieback for Seleri. Now it's a 4v5 situation. Quinn, very low on mana, gets initiation off onto the Darkseer, but you can see the Wukong's command creating a ton of space. Echo Stomp into the Harpoon. DyrachYO's in a lot of trouble, and he's gonna die as well. Buyback available, but the range racks will fall, and that's mega creeps for Talon. Fortification very late. Now the buybacks are finally trying to come back. Nullifier onto the Monkey King. Echo Stomp is there to try to save him. Nice cookie as well. Beautiful vacuum with the little shredder doing so much damage here. They're going to find the Darkseer in the trees. Maybe Talon just gives him up. And they will. So 1 buyback expended from the Talon side on Q, but they're going to hold off on the Darkseer. 22k lead for Talon. And of course, they have mega creeps.
That's 3 buybacks out of Gaimin there with a beautiful ward into a great vacuum wall from Jabz to start it all off. And these 2 mind breakers on both Mikoto and 23 Savage are being so annoying in this fight, especially against DyrachYO and Quinn, just forcing them to always use their goddamn BKBs.
He took the cleave talent at 20. All right, Ollie.
Sure.
All right, buddy.
I love it. He's gonna clap some people.
Yeah, so now Talon, all they have to do is chill and wait for Roche.
Kill the Tormentor. Kill Roche.
Yeah, I forgot about that Tormentor, of course. As Mikoto is positioning himself to do it. And it's going to be a quick one, and the shard will go to Q. So Jetpack, now a thing.
Always love to see it.
Look at the neutral items for Talon, by the way. They only have 2. Ninja Gear, Mindbreaker. For everyone on their team.
Double aggressive with the triple backline.
Yeah.
I like it. Just take what you need as Ollie holding up a lot of gold as well. This could, honestly, this might just be a core ET at this point. Axe, Force Staff, 4,500 gold.
Yeah, time to buy a Daedalus or something, bro.
Yeah, get in there.
Get that Moon Shard.
Down for a Moon Shard. Could probably 3 or 4 shot DyrachYO if he does get on top of him.
And Gaimin resigned to just sit in their base. Roche is up. And Talon, this will be the 3rd one. So Aegis, Cheese, Refresher Shard. Of course, they could wait a minute for Ags, which is cooler. Will they do it for the fans? No.
No.
Into the pit they go.
23 Savage. He's also going to have like a potential Refresher Orb. I mean, there's also a shard here. You probably want to give it to Jabz. And later, when you have a Refresher Orb, you could like just use 1 ring, hit the tier 4s, refresh, do it again.
It's a freebie. I mean, what kind of base defense does Gaimin have against Megas? How would you rate this? 1 to 10? 5 being very average.
I would say 7. Like against the creeps or to fight as well?
Creeps.
Against creeps, probably an 8. Got a lot of spells, got some blinding lights, you got auras, you've got Storm who can constantly sip around.
Okay.
I think they're gonna be okay there. I mean, they also have some decent buyback here. So you've got Quinn with the, of course, Storm can instantly come back, even if it's like around the outer skirts of the base. I think Talon are going to look at something explosive here.
Yeah, Echoes, or the Astral Spirit scouting things out. 23 Savage and company now entering the base.
There are 0 buybacks right now on Radiant.
Yep, instant Hex from Quinn, but not going to be followed up with anything. He's going to have to go get mana through the Coddle or Fountain or both.
Any kill here for Talon is absolutely crucial. And they did put the Refresher Shard on 23, so maybe he wants to ring and start hitting.
Buildings going, oh. 23 Savage, he was initially initiated on, gets off the Wukong's command, and now the buildings can start to be focused.
Vacuum punch.
They don't even have to go for the kills as Gaimin Gladiators. Feels like they can't enter the ring, although 23 Savage ends it prematurely by walking away, so Talon's call is to reset completely. They're not happy with something.
Okay, they might wait here. I mean, they did get half of the damage on the tier 4s, and honestly, they're not really in a rush. You can pick up the jam here on Ollie, kill all the wards that Gaimin will have to place like inside their base just to see you. And you can get some of your next core items if you really want to.
Mikoto has 6,400 gold right now. MKB is going to be his option. Okay, maybe that's what they were waiting for, is the Ags on Monkey King, so that next time he's just sitting in the ring, those soldiers will start to go to work on the buildings.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. Like, you can't... Like, Gaimin will continuously be put on a timer every time this monkey runs up.
Completely, too. He also has a Refresher Shard.
Yeah, he still has that.
Wukongs.
I think in 20 seconds they could smoke up all of them again. I mean, I guess you only have to smoke up 23, because everyone's holding a Ninja Gear. There's also a shield rune on Mikoto, so he's got 5,500 effective HP.
Yeah, I think
the cheese.
Gear.
Yeah, never mind. This guy has 8k HP on Snapfire. Hook shot.
Hook shot, not really going to hit Quinn, so... But again, Talon can just do this over and over. There's absolutely no rush. And now 23 Savage showing up with that Aghanims in tow. Consumed the Ags already.
Lincoln's not on Quinn now.
Mikoto just destroys the tier 4 by himself. Harpoon onto Quinn. Vacuum onto 4 into nothing, really. Will-O-Wisp is there, become quite a bit of annoyance, but the Wukong's command number 1 comes out. Remember, 23 Savage has the Aegis. DyrachYO getting in pretty deep. tOfu and company have to walk away. Tier 4 number 2 will be fortified. And Talon, super disciplined, just resetting. There's the Refresher Shard. So has all his garbage up again. 23 Savage with the Wukong's command. Quinn, super low, will be able to zip back into the base, but now the Ancient fully exposed. Hex is there onto the Monkey King, but the soldiers will remain.
He still has BKB.
Aegis, big damage coming out from Mikoto. The normal punch as well onto DyrachYO. He's controlled.
He doesn't have
the damage. The Mantis getting him some space. The Crimson Guard as well, but he will fall. 2 minutes of no morphling, and the Ancient fully exposed still. They can likely just grab it if they want.
Talon
as the
doing
rest
it.
of Gaimin Gladiators trying to defend, but it's not going to happen. Talon have vanquished the team that has won every goddamn tournament this year.
They win all 3 lanes in early stage, and also